So I got several other requests on this kind of, I guess, fur handling stuff that I've been posting. Once again, I'm not a pro at this, but I had a lot of people ask about skinning out the head of just critters, and that it was one of those things that slowed them down, and it slowed me down quite a bit at the beginning too. So this is a raccoon. It's actually a nice big one, and I'm going to just kind of walk through how I skin out the head. I've got it down to the, basically past the neck, and basically we're going to take the ears and eyes out. I'm going to slow this way down, so hopefully as I go, if you haven't done very many of them, you'll pick up something that helps. But anyway, I start at the back, and what we're going to do is work down just to where we can get down to the ears. And what I've found with anything with this is if you can get some pressure pulling down, it does a lot of the work that your knife doesn't have to. So on most critters, you can feel the ears. If you put your finger on them, they're, in their head there, they're kind of spongy. Depending on what the animal is, you can start clear up here and get them at the bud. Since this is a raccoon, and I don't really want to have a whole bunch of ear cartilage on my carcass, because nothing good can happen with ears on a critter. Usually they just taint and will smell terrible. So I usually come right to where it makes a V as you're pulling down on the head, and I make a cut that I'm going to go down and then towards the skull. So I come in, across the ear, and then back, and that frees it up. So it's just a flap, and then you can come underneath the ear and free it up. So we'll do the one on the other side. Same thing, down and then away, and then same thing. You got just kind of leaving the bud there. And as far as the ears, you can always, the closer the head you get them, you can always take more off once you got it off if you so choose. But if you put a big huge hole in your pelt there, there's not a whole lot going back from there. And even though the head isn't part of your grade, it just doesn't look very good. And presentation on any of these critters is pretty important. So once you get past there, I come in along the chin and jaw, and just until my teeth open up on both sides. And that's basically skin straight across until that opens up, and you start to see the inside of the mouth. And then I come back and work down to the eyes. And I start from the side and going down the forehead. And what that does for me is it gets to a point where your eye has a little bit of tension on it. Because if you come straight down on top of it, what usually will end up happening is you'll end up with a big hole. So as you come to that eye, if you pull out on your hide, you can go right underneath there, and you're pretty much taking it right with the eyelid off. And then that way you don't have a big furry hole in the top part of your pelt. So do it again on this side. Same thing, get this down here. Let's see if we can, this one's in the light a little better, see if we can show a little better. You can start to see where it pops out. And it's soft. You can feel the eyeball in there. And then if you come right over the top and then down, you get the eyelid. Once again, that's not crucial. If you make a bigger hole, you can pin them closed. But if you get a nice, that's how you would do it if you were going to do something with taxidermy. You got to pull that eyelid too. So anyway, then we come down alongside the mouth. If you're going right along on this, you can, like I was saying earlier, you can kind of rip through these, but slowing this down a little bit, just hopefully get all the details in. So lower chin, I run my finger inside its mouth, and then I will work that lower lip right down the chin. And you can actually cut that off up here if you want. I usually just pull it all the way because you're already there. And then I get my raccoon out of the light fixture there, and then we're just coming down the nose. This one I dispatched, so it'll have a bullet hole. That's fine, there's not an issue with that. But just come on past that, and then when you get to the nose, you'll start to see the cartilage, and you just cut straight across, and you're done. So that's how I get the heads out. As you do more of them, they go faster and faster, but it's not something you have to be weirded out about as far as getting past all those things. You just got to kind of take your time around the eyes and ears, and they come right off. So hope it helps. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.